Very good. Now I am going to the quadratic inequalities, and these ones take on the format, okay, the form maybe ax squared plus bx plus c. It can be a less than, it can be a greater than, it can be a less than, greater than or equal to, it can be a less than or equal to, but as long as the other side is a zero. So as we solve these quadratic inequalities, everything is supposed to be done when the right hand side has 0. Okay, when the right hand side has 0. So, and to solve these quadratic inequalities, the best method that we are going to use in this case is going to be factorization. Can you mute, please, the one who has a noisy background? So we shall mostly be using a factorization method, and that's what we shall be doing. And we need to show all the working as we are factorizing in this kind of approach. If you do not show the working, nokuba bukubi nokozesa calculator, oba ogenda kufiirwa max. So ensure that whatever I do in my working is what you also do without even changing anything. Saagala nnyo bantu bavumbula, okay? Kuvumbula omaliriza okoze ensobi eziteetaagisa. So allow me to take on an example. So they will tell you to solve the following inequalities. And the first one can be like straightforward without wasting any time. It can be like x minus 3 with an x plus 1, and this is bigger than 0. Okay, this is x plus 1, and this is bigger than 0. If we have something like that, so as our solution, this guy is already factorized. So for us, what we shall be in need of doing is to establish what we shall be calling critical values. Critical values, I will not write the definition because we don't need the definition, but the critical values are going to be those values of x that are going to make each bracket go to 0, or that value of x that you can substitute in place of x such that the bracket goes to 0. Like for example, where we have a bracket of x minus 3, we are looking for that value of x that will make this bracket be 0. That value of x is going to be a 3. Then when we go to the second bracket, this one, we want the value of x that will make that bracket 0. So which value of x that we can put there? That is going to be a negative 1. So after obtaining those critical values, I can try to arrange them on a number line. Okay, let me arrange them for you on a number line. If for example I have 0 here, I will have 1. I may not even write all these ones. I will say that on the right hand side I'll have 3, and then on the left hand side I'll have there a negative 1. So you observe that we are going to have 3 regions that these numbers are going to bring up. Okay, so those 3 regions are here. We shall have that region. We shall then have the region between -1 and 3. Then we shall be having a region that is larger than 3. Okay, those are the 3 regions I am talking about. And after establishing those 3 regions, I am going to draw a table. Okay, I am going to draw a table. The first region is the first region, I'll put it here, x less than -1. The second region is between -1 and 3, so -1 less x less 3. That is the one that represents values of x between -1 and 3. Then the third region, for values of x bigger than 3, we shall write x for the third region, I'll write values of x bigger than 3, and that's a representation of the 3 regions that I have. Okay, so after writing those 3 regions, I am going to also put the brackets that I have, and this table should be closed like that. So the first bracket I have is x minus 3. The second bracket I have is x plus 1, x plus a 1. So the next thing I'm going to do is to choose values in these regions that I have selected up here. I'll choose values. I choose a value bigger than 3, it can be a 4. A value between -1 and 3, that one can be a quick 0. Okay, that one can be quickly a 0. Then a value value less than -1, that can be around a -2. Around a -2. So these values I have selected up here are the ones that I'm going to be replacing in place of x here, and there. And I am going to be interested in the signs when I am substituting in this box. So when I substitute -2 in place of x1 bracket esoka, I'll have -2 minus 3, which gives me a -5. But I don't write -5, I just write there that this is going to give me a minus. Then -2 in place of x here in the second bracket, I'll have -2 plus 1. That one gives me -2 plus 1, that one gives me a -1, but I'm interested in only the sign, I'll put there a negative. Then I go to this one where I have -1 less x less 3. It means that I am looking for values of x that are between -1 and 3. That's what this statement means in the middle. So if I choose 0 and I put it here, I will have 0 minus 3. 0 minus 3 is -3. So this one is going to be a minus. Then 0 plus 1, that one gives me a positive. So here I will put a positive. Atugenda ku kisembayo. Ekisembayo kigamba values bigger than 3, we chose a 4. So this 4, bwe tugisubstituting awo, then I'll have 4 minus 3, and that will give me a positive 1. So nga bwe mbagambye tuwandika obuwandiisi sign, and that is a positive. When I put here 4 plus 1, it will be a positive 5. So I write here a positive. Then katika nakabox akasembayo is where I'm going to have the two guys combined. I'm going to have the product of x minus 3 and x plus 1. X plus 1. That is a product. Okay? So, kitegeeza ngenda ku multiplying sign eno, negative times this negative. Negative eya wano ne eya wano. Ezo ezaawo waggulu. Okay? Waggulu ne wano. When I multiply negative times a negative, ladies and gentlemen, I expect to get a positive. When I get a negative times a positive, I expect to get a negative. When I multiply a positive times a positive, I surely expect to get a positive. And after that, we go back to the question. The question was saying that the product of these two brackets should be bigger than 0. bigger than 0, and the sign that is always bigger than 0 is a positive. So kitegeeza ki? Kitegeeza ngenda twala ewali positive, and therefore in the next whiteboard I'm going to say the solution set is I will say that the solution set is x less than -1 and x. Actually tulina kuwandiika nga tugamba union, because union means all values of x less than -1 and all values of x bigger than 3. That is where we shall have a solution that gives us values bigger